Hi, everybody. I am back and we are tracking Tropical Storm Rafael. I'm meteorologist Erica Martin with Weather Co-op, where weather meets community. We talked about this. We tracked this puppy. And really, we were looking at long range model solutions since October 23rd, 24th, around that time frame. And now we are seeing Tropical Storm Rafael come to fruition. Oftentimes, when we see these in the algorithm, or if we look at these long range model solutions, we have to give credence to things like perhaps it's an anomaly, there was an outlier. There was one model in particular that I looked at, and I think I referenced it. You'll see it in my stories. It was on October 23rd and it happened to be the 18Z run. Now, if you guys don't know why that's so, I think, impactful, is because 18Z is oftentimes considered a throwaway, and it isn't. It really shouldn't be. I mean, every model run is important, and I actually pump that through our handy dandy weather co-op algorithm. It's a super secret sauce. And we ended up coming up with the idea that we would see something right around November 8th, 9th, 7th, 8th, 9th. But I'm going to go with the 8th for now. Let's go ahead and show you what's happening here. Okay, so remember, we have our weather co-op SatRad loop. We've overlaid it with our sea surface temperatures. And you can see here that while the Gulf of Mexico is still rather warm, it's not as warm as we had been seeing it because, of course, we've had two big hurricanes move through and consume all of that latent heat, which is exactly what you need on the surface of the water. That's what feeds a tropical system, right? Anything that's tropical in nature needs to feed off of latent heat. So that's the sea surface temperatures. All right, so let's get started and quickly look over lane. Lanes crossing into the Central Pacific, Invest 93E in the Eastern Pacific. And then we have Tropical Storm Rafael. So we are not done yet. It's not the end of November. It's just the beginning of November. And this is what we're watching. Tropical Storm Rafael right now. Let's get this going. Let's get our clicker out here and move this location 15.5 degrees north, 76.7 degrees west, 45 miles per hour. Move. That's the max sustained wind speed, moving at 9 miles per hour. Forward movement is north. Okay, 997 millibars. Okay, that's how strong he is right now, Rafael. Now, I want to show a couple of ideas that we have going on here with our watches and warnings. Changes with his advisory tropical storm has been issued for the lower and middle Florida Keys from Key West to the Channel 5 bridge and for the dry tortugas. But here's the thing. When I show you my future cast hour by hour, I'm concerned for Louisiana. Okay. That's going to be the bayou. That's going to be my concern over the next couple of hours, just because it was kind of what I was seeing before. It did ping pong a little bit, went slightly east, then came back. And again, I'm going by the 18Z model run that I saw a couple of days back. If you refer to my stories, you guys know I did post about it. So we have a hurricane warning issued, tropical storm watches issued as well, hurricane watches issued, and we're just going to go through all of this and make sure that we are keeping you up to date on everything that's happening. Why? Because let's take a look at the expected path. Okay. So Rafael right now is moving northward at 9 miles per hour. So it's not a fast mover. Generally, they are. I mean, this is a pretty big system, right? We're going to track it through as it continues to move across the Lesser Antilles, through the Caribbean, Western Caribbean, then up into the Gulf of Mexico. But this is where it gets interesting to me. And especially when I'm thinking about the bayou, I'm always thinking about how it's below sea level. And that's why I get really nervous about it. Like today, my most, I think, my most important and impactful area of interest was Missouri, and that still is. I just always see how those storms really come through and pound the state. That's going to be what I'm going to be tracking all day today. But as far as this tropical storm goes, likely to become a hurricane, Category 1. We'll have to watch it as well. Rafael, it looks like Louisiana. Okay, but of course we have to keep it a little bit wider. We have to see what this cone is giving us as far as maybe hinting at the possible landfall. Will it make landfall as a hurricane, possibly as a tropical storm? We have to watch it very closely. But I wanted to make sure that you guys had an update on what was happening here with Tropical Storm Rafael. It's official. National Hurricane Center has officially named it Rafael here in this hurricane season 2024. I'm meteorologist Erica Martin with Weather Co-op, where weather meets community. Once again, that's what we're tracking right now. You do see that it's going to increase to a Category 2 and then become a Category 1 again. Still, it's too far out, guys. I did my best with that initial forecast on the 23rd, seeing this ahead of time, but we just got to watch this very closely. I'm going to go back to Missouri. I'm going to go back to what's happening in the Central Plains into the Midwest because those storms are really strong. And I do think one or two of those might go tornadic. All right. So I'm going to track those for you. I hope you're all having a wonderful Monday. Do not forget to go out there and